My life is pretty much an open book. Everyone knows that Canada is a big thing for me. It's my dream, and right now I'm kind of living the dream. Everything is going smoothly considering that we're still on our first year here in Canada. But there will come a time in your life, in your career, that you will ask yourself, what's next now? In the past 2 weeks, I've been personally reviewing because I initially wanted to get additional credentials. I wanted to get something that I don't have. It's called LLQP. I took the exam, which is the LLQP. It means Life License Qualification Program. So I passed the exam.
Hello everyone, this is me again, Joy Fajardo. Hindi tayo pababayaan ng Canada.
Kita nyo yan guys, para ako nag-golf. Hi guys!
Mag-video daw si Kiko. Let's explore! Let's explore! Let's explore!
I'm with, I don't know what it is. Is it a moose? Mr. Moose here? Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is me again, Joy Fajardo. Merry Christmas! It's been a while since I did my last video and I'm super happy to be back. It's super refreshing to talk to you guys once again after a long time of break. In this video, I'm gonna go very quickly through very quick updates of what's happening here in PEI. That's number one. Number two, I'm gonna share with you some life plans that I have for 2021. Without further ado, let's get straight to the video. Alright guys, so let's first talk about the current updates here in the island, right? There are still some active cases of COVID-19 in the island, but so far everything's still open and we go for a quick lockdown for 2 weeks until December 21 basically. Then after that, everything pretty much went to normal. There are still some restrictions happening, like how many people could stay inside the house with social distancing, which is, I think, is 10 people. We already received the first batch of vaccines from Pfizer, so there's a lot of healthcare workers and both locals and Filipinos who's been injected with their first dose of vaccine. So far, I've talked to some of them and everyone's good, everyone's fine, they're not experiencing any like weird stuff, so I think that's great. Their second dose will be up in a matter of, I think, few weeks. I think it's 20 days, but I can be very sure of that. So far, everything is great. There's no death. Everyone's recovering, so the island is pretty much kind of safe, I would say, as compared, especially when you compare it to other provinces that has a lot of cases. So I think the PI in general is doing a great job. So that is one. So number two is life plans. So since it is the end of 2020, I was hoping to share with you guys my plans in 2021 and share with you why I went missing in action in the past weeks. My life is pretty much an open book. Everyone knows that Canada is a big thing for me. It's my dream, and right now I'm kind of living the dream, and I have an awesome work. I have an awesome manager. I have an awesome office mate. So everyone is just great. Just seeing how things are in my entire career, this is probably the best workplace I've ever been so far. Everything is going smoothly considering that we're still on our first year here in Canada. But there will come a time in your life, in your career, that you will ask yourself, what's next now? You know, we've achieved our long-term goal, which is to be in Canada. Now that we're here, the question is, what's next, right? We are on that point in time where we are asking ourselves, so what's next now? What do we want to happen next year? What's the plan? So for 2021, we make a bold decision. It's a very brave and bold decision. Up until this point that I am taking this video, I'm really contemplating if this is something I wanted to share with you guys. I feel like it's too personal, but considering that you guys are with us through our journey from the very beginning, I thought it's lovely and you guys would appreciate me sharing this with you. I am 29 years old and I think I might be having my midlife crisis. And midlife crisis may sound scary, may sound big thing, but I think I'm handling it quite gracefully, I hope. You know, when everything is just so good and you still feel like, what's missing? I pray to God very, very hard to enlighten me, to give me wisdom, to give me strength, to help me find my next path, to help us find our next course of action. We've been led by God, I wanted to believe, by the Holy Spirit in the right path, I wish. I hope, I know it. So we're really praying so hard that God guide us to what's next in our life, in our career. I wanted to say that it's a brave and bold move, but it's not like we're gonna jump the ship like just like that. So it's still gonna be slowly, and that's what I've been doing, I hope. In the past 2 weeks, I've been personally reviewing because I initially wanted to get additional credentials. I wanted to get something that I don't have. It's called LLQP. I took the exam, which is the LLQP. It means Life License Qualification Program. So it's an online thing. You have to do everything online for the review, for whatever. So it's kind of fast. There's a lot of things to review, to be honest. There are 4 modules included. So that's what I did. I think it's a sign. So I passed the exam. I'm just excited to see what's next for us, not just for me, because my husband has been all out supportive about it, and he's very excited and very happy that we get that license. That I thought that, you know, for me it's just a try. It's not even part of our board, right? You remember when we showed you our board? It's not even part of that. So we just thought to just try it. I'm not so sure how we proceed from here, but luckily we've had a very supportive family here in PEI and all over Canada. It's always the support, the love, the trust that people give you that you always try to strive. Why am I sharing this with you guys? I just wanted you to know that if you are experiencing things like this, I always tell Kiko that the life we have is probably someone else's dream. I always tell him that. And that's true. Your life that you're living right now is really someone else's dream. We are all lucky in our own ways. Nobody's ahead or nobody's behind. You are in your right own pace. And you live the life, you can live the life that you want so long as you work hard for it, so long as you do your best to get what you want. But at the end of the day, this feeling, you know, as I've mentioned, maybe it's called midlife crisis, that feeling that when you already have what you want but still want more, I think that's human nature. I think that as part of being a human, we always want to strive, take that leap of faith, try to do something different. You wouldn't know where it will lead you. So sometimes that single thing that you do just for the sake of trying could probably be your step to get where you need to be. We're so happy to get this license. I have this video about how taxes work, what is RRSP, what is TFSA. During that time, I have an idea of how it works, to be honest, but I don't have the full picture of how it works. But right now, if you ask me what is TFSA, what is RRSP, I'm probably qualified to answer those questions right now. So if you are new in Canada, or if you want to learn more, if you're outside Canada, wherever you are and you're interested to know something about that, please do not hesitate to give me a shout out. I'll be happy to answer those for you. And I'm not gonna sell you anything. I just want to really share what I learned, especially now that everything is just fresh and magnified, and you know, I'm very pumped to share that with you guys. Besides that, my husband is right now with his band. They're recording their original compositions and music. They met a local friend of theirs. You know, when you find friends on the same wavelength, it's just easier for things to very smooth sailing for people on the same wavelength. And I think they found a local friend who is of their same wavelength, and they're super happy to be always together. So right now they're recording their first 3 compositions. So if my husband will permit, I love to share those videos with you as well, if he will permit, or maybe just a short clip from there. That's pretty much everything. So this is the end of 2020. Let's be thankful of what happened in 2020. I remember, guys, Liam, who is our friend's son. Liam is a 7-8-year-old boy, and he asked his mom what good has happened in 2020. And as parents, you will think that there's a lot of negative thing happening in 2020. COVID-19, Mount erupting, earthquakes, flood, typhoons. There's just a lot of disasters. And to be honest, it's actually like your own perspective. There's two men in jail. One saw the sun, which is beautiful, and one saw the mud. So if you choose to look at the mud, you will see the mud. But if you choose to see the sunlight, you'll see the sunlight. And Liam answered or told his mom that, you know, mom, because of COVID-19, there's lesser pollution, which is awesome for a 7-year-old kid to notice that, you know, because everyone is just at home and a lot of establishment closed, so, you know, pollutions are lessened, mother nature has recuperated. It's just amazing for a young boy to say that, to share that to his parents. And I think that's how we should think as well. There's a lot of negative things that happen in 2020, and we cannot stop that. We don't have that in our power. But what we have within us that we can do is to change our perspective. Look at the brighter side of things. There's always negative things that's gonna happen, and that's life. But it's how we perceive things. That's it for today, guys. We'll see you again on our next vlog. Thank you guys so much for watching.